Right, I think majority of people are either making their way in or in. So I'm just gonna get up the slides anyway so we can get started straight away. Right, can you see my screen, James?
I can, yeah.
Brilliant. So good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing very well. It's a beautiful evening, so we probably won't have too many people watching this live, but like I said already, anyway, we'll be sending this out with the monthly newsletter at the end of the week, so everybody will get a recording of it. So don't worry if you do miss it. So very welcome to this webinar, another webinar this month. This is all going to be on managing your herd and the automated insights features in the app, as well as a few new features we have going as well. So just to introduce us here tonight, my name is Katie Shanahan. I'm Content Marketing Executive at Herdwatch here in Ireland. We have James Greavy, who is the Director of Product, and we have Emma, who's in the background. She's going to be, she's onboarding and support in the UK, and she's going to be answering all your questions. So if you see the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, you can type in any questions there, and Emma will try and get back to you. Remember, if we don't get back to everybody, I'll be able to print off all those questions that you pop in, and I'll hand them over to customer service tomorrow. So do get all your questions in, even if it's something, that mightn't be completely relating to the insights feature or the new features we're talking about tonight. If it's just a general query, do pop it in there and we'll do our best to get back to you. So on tonight's agenda, I've done the welcomes and the introductions. We're going to do, James is going to take over in a minute and just basically go through a complete demo of the automated insights feature. So it's basically how to use Herdwatch's powerful features to simplify herd records, scanning documents directly into Herdwatch, using the filing cabinet for digital storage and retrieval of key documents, setting up and using your Herdwatch email address to forward and store digital records with ease, automated insights, and then at the end, we'll do a few Q&As live as well. So I have whatever ones that kind of are the most popular ones that we will answer them live as well. But do start popping in any questions you may have along the way. So just to give you a little backstory on Herdwatch. So since we launched in 2014, we've been helping over 20,000 members with their herd performance and farm compliance. So we have over 21,000 members worldwide, over 2.3 million cattle in the app, over 2.9 million calf births recorded, over 1.7 million sheep managed on the app, and over 750,000 acres mapped on Herdwatch. So if you have your phones handy or if you're using another laptop, feel free to pull up the Herdwatch app there now. And I'm going to pass over to James, who is going to share his screen. So I'll let you do that there, James, and he's going to take you through an entire demo.
Perfect. Thank you, Katie, and good evening, everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a demo of the automated cattle margin insights. So what I'm going to do is I've picked a large demo herd here just to kind of give you a flavor of how all the data that we can pull together. So what I'm going to start, I suppose, at the end product, which is when you've got all your purchase and sale data in there. That's both the type of insights that you can see from the animals that you're either buying and selling or the animals that you're bringing to finish from your own stock. So first things first, this is the home screen. So to navigate to the cattle margins, basically go into performance and we'll go down here to insights. This will open up basically my insights, in cattle margin insights within Herdwatch. So I suppose it's a picked a large demo herd, so the numbers are a little bit probably unusually big, but it's kind of walk you through what we're looking at here. So what it does is basically it looks at all the animals that have, I suppose, entered and exited your herd over the past period of time. So in this case, it's the last 12 months. So you can see those 4,000 animals sold in this herd with a total sales revenue of over 2 million and a gross margin of 273,000. And on the same period, there's 4,000 animals bought. So it's almost the same amount of animals bought as sold. So then so basically it gets all that information by looking at, okay, well, here's animals that farmers bought, here's animals they've sold, and here's the prices that have been logged, purchase and sales prices have been logged against them. You can also then break it down by weights, by grade, by all that. So you can start slicing and dicing your herd to figure out what farms, animals, sources, breeds are making you the most money, and I suppose which ones are making you the least, and then how you try and avoid them. So the other thing it does here is it just tells me what's missing.
What screen are you sharing there right now? I don't know if it's just me, Emma, if there is it. Is it your screen isn't? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
there.
no, yeah, okay. Thank you, Katie. So everyone I just said apply to the screen.
Yeah.
So what this does, it basically gives you a breakdown of the animals bought and sold in the last 12 months. And there's a few kind of pre-canned reports. So you can see the gross margin per animal. So my average gross margin is €475. And then my max, my min is sort of, so that's basically looking at basically the total, I suppose, the gross sales and purchase price. And it breaks it down by gross margin, margin per day, which is one of the most important numbers because it tells you, I think, your throughput. Margin per kilogram live weight, if you're selling on live weight, and a dead weight, and the same thing again. So depending if you sell at the Mart or you sell to the factory directly, that'll, either number will probably be more interesting to you. So then what I can do is I can actually drill down into any of these, and it breaks it all apart by gender, first of all. So you can see the heifer. I've sold more heifers in the last 12 months than I have bulls. It also looks at breeds as well, so average margin per day across all my different breeds. So with one Friesian cross animal that did particularly well, but then you can see it basically gives you a breakdown across the board of what breeds are doing well, not doing so well. Number of days on farm, so I can see my short stay. This is basically telling me the average number of days on farm. So these animals stayed less than 50 days in my herd. So my short stay animals are doing particularly well, and then my longer stay ones my short stay basically 0 to 100 days are doing very well, and the longer stay animals are not doing so well. So it kind of allows you to kind of visualize that information, stuff you probably already know, but it's just to kind of put a bit of data behind it, and it'll break it down by every different KPI we have here. And then if you want to drill down a level further, you can do that too as well. So I can drill right down my heifers here. And I break out each one of these individual data points, so you can see that animals' actual tag number, breed, sire breed, dam, purchase amount, and bring your sale price, your fat performance, your fat, your fat, and your confirmation. It'll also calculate kill out as well. So if you're weighing in the days leading up to sale, we'll automatically calculate the kill out percentage of those animals too if we're going direct to factory. So really, what I try to do is pull together all that key information so you can actually get your, I suppose, animal margins at a per animal level without you having to do any, I suppose, human data entry. So that's really kind of, I suppose, the end result of all the other bits and pieces I'm going to show you now in a second. And really, it's about trying to give farmers better insight on actually animals that they're buying and selling, and making, I suppose, trying to make farming a little bit more profitable and give more insight across what you're already doing. So if there's no questions on that side of it, what I'll do is I'll move on to, I suppose, the bit of getting the data in there, so how that all works. So I'll just stop sharing for a second. I'm just going to switch to this. So am I sharing the blue screen now?
Yep, you are, yeah.
Perfect. So what I'm going to show here, first of all, is one of the things that we've worked really hard on over the last 12 months is a thing called Mart Link. So we've integrated with all the Marts across the UK and Ireland. There's over 200 of them, which means that when you buy or sell animals in a Mart, that purchase and sale data will flow automatically into Herdwatch once the sale is closed in the evening. So to do that, first of all, I go into my performance section, and I go to livestock sales and purchase, and I see this button here, Mart Link. So it's going to bring me out to this tab here, and I'm basically seeing where you can connect your Marts, and all the lists of available Marts will be here. So I can just take multiple Marts that I work with, and this is obviously the Irish list, but in the UK you'll have the full list of UK Marts as well. And you just hit the submit button, and that basically sends a permission form to the Marts, and all you have to do is tick a box on their side, and your purchase and sale data will flow down automatically. And I suppose what comes in with that then is the weighing data. So if the weight of the animal at purchase or sale, the price, quality assurance status, TB status, so everything that's on the Mart board flows down into Herdwatch from there, which is very, very handy. So then if I go back, so that's around the Mart link, and that's, I suppose it's the that's a very simple way of getting data in there, but it's a culmination of probably 6 to 9 months of work and integrating with all those different systems. And that's basically just flows in automatically without the farmer having to do anything. So that's on that side of things. Now to integrate with the factories, it's a little bit different. So one of the other things we've built as well on the Herdwatch side of things is within management, we have what's called the Herdwatch email. So what we've done is we've generated an email address for every farmer that's using Herdwatch today, which is basically your Herdwatch or your holding number at herdwatch.email. So you don't have to worry about that. You can find it within Herdwatch here. So if you go to your email inbox, bear with me a second, let's share this. In your email inbox, you'll see it's just up here, or basically is my herd number at herdwatch.email, and you can just tap on that and it'll copy that email address. And all you do is basically send your factory an email saying, can you add this email to my factory account, factory or abattoir account. And then same as with the Mart, as soon as you bring animals to the factory, it'll automatically flow back to Herdwatch that evening once the kill file is closed on their side. So it's just works super easily, and basically means you get that data in there without having to do any human intervention. So this is actually a quick demo because it all happens, I suppose, automatically in the background, which is kind of what we've been aiming for. That's the automatic side of things. So our aim with this is to basically allow farmers to get as much information to Herdwatch as possible, with them doing as little work as possible. It all just flows automatically in the background. You can just get your key insights out there. So I suppose on failing that, there's also, I suppose, another option where you can actually just take a picture or scan a document, and that'll automatically, you can then link that to a purchase or sale. So if you get in the post, you get basically a market docket or a remittance docket from your abattoir. All you have to do to basically link that back to an animal purchase or sale is go back into my performance section, or dairy performance if you're on a dairy platform, and you will see within livestock sales and purchases, you've got 2 sections here. So say my livestock sales, I've got 9 animals here that were sold last week. So all I do is click on my 9 animals and update my sale details, and I can just go add an image. And then basically on your phone, it'll just open up your camera or allow you to access the scanner, and you just scan that document and it pulls it in. And what our system does in the background then is it pulls off all the key information. So it pulls off the price, the weight, and it's in that file, and updates those animals with the correct weight and price. And it just sort of works a bit like magic in the background. So it's very, very slick system to pull all that. Am I sharing the right tab again, I wonder?
Yeah, you are. I can see that.
Perfect. That's perfect. So that's quite straightforward in terms of how the information all flows. And there again, it's all about having no intervention by the farmer. It just, you set it up once and it works. So I suppose the final thing I'd like to just show you guys tonight is the ability to, Katie, I'm just getting a small bit of feedback there.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. It's just the Herdwatch filing cabinet. So I suppose one of the things that we've also noticed with farmers is that there's a lot of other files that need to be, I suppose, kept on farm, which aren't necessarily compliance records or management records, but just farm related stuff that you want to keep in one place. So you can essentially scan or take an image of any document on your farm and link it to Herdwatch, which then means you can keep all your information together in one place. So if I go to management here, I've got this new section called the filing cabinet. And what this does is it basically organizes all the files and images in Herdwatch in a sort of logical order. So you can have it in a gallery form. So I've just set up as the gallery here, or you actually have folders as well. So when you upload something, that just asks you to tell us, okay, is this a market docket? Is this a picture of an animal? Is it an invoice? Is it for a compliance Board B or a tractor audit, or is it something else? And it'll organize all those documents within those things, within those sections. So I can go back in here, and I use it a lot on our own farm, just for, I suppose, keeping receipts and sort of odd bits and pieces together. So I can say we basically had to buy a unit for our fertilizer spreader, and it's the second thing we had to do it, and I couldn't remember what it was called. So all I did is basically just take a picture of that, and you have it just right there. So you don't have to do, actually, you keep all your farm stuff together in one place. it just brings everyone together in one simple place, a simple area. So it's like having basically your phone gallery, but it's all just all your farm information in one place. That's ultimately what we're aiming for. Is trying to be that, I suppose, that one-stop shop for all your farm business information. So you don't need to, I suppose, have it spread across different notebooks or biscuit tins or different folders. You can literally store it all in Herdwatch and access it when you need to. I actually see there's a very good question that just came in there from Helen about the Mart and factory costs. So I suppose the existing version of Herdwatch cattle margin insights doesn't take into account the costs. So whether it's the haulier costs or the auctioneer costs, but actually the next version that we're working on is takes in all those other costs, so allows you to assign whether you have an agent buying fee or all those other sort of fees that go with buying and selling animals. You can actually pull them in there as well. So let's get very, very granular. And actually, one of, I suppose, the more interesting things for the larger farms, they want to compare, okay, how is one agent doing versus another? You can basically record all that data in there. So it just allows you to it will allow you to pull all that information into place. I suppose we spent sort of nearly 18 months working on it to get to this point, and then it's like, then I suppose we're at sort of the foundation stone of something really powerful to build on. So that's that'll be the next piece in there, is pulling in all those sort of other associated buying and selling costs. So yeah,
James, can I just ask you to show again there where the Mart link feature is? Absolutely. Just a few people have asked.
Yeah, perfect. So if we go back into the performance section here in the top right, it'll say dairy performance if you're on the dairy product, or it'll just say performance if you're on the cattle product. And within that, you'll see the livestock sales and purchases section. And then you have got the Mart link just here. So if you click on Mart link, it'll just pull you right in there. And you go here and you'll see connect your Marts. And you have the full list of Marts available within here. So in my case, it might be Casterly Mart. I can just click on that and submit. And that'll basically send a permission form to Casterly Mart.
Perfect. And then just to explain for people that joined later, what exactly comes from the Mart then, if you make a sale at the Mart, what information comes straight into Herdwatch without you doing any of the work?
Yeah, perfect. So it's the information that comes straight in is the I suppose the purchase or sale price, the animal weight, the quality assurance status, TB status, and yeah, that's kind of the main things. I think everyone else we get via the department links, but basically anything that's on the Mart board that comes through the link.
And then can you just clarify, just someone asked there, confirmation on whether or not you need to scan the factory or the abattoir docket if the factory has your Herdwatch email, or just does the Herdwatch email cover you and does it automatically?
The Herdwatch email covers automatically. So the Mart systems will allow you to have, you might already have an email address with your factory, and but all those systems allow you to add more than one email address. So you just add your Herdwatch email address to that, and it flows down there automatically. You'll basically get notifications say that a document has been processed, and you'll have the information in your cattle margins area.
Brilliant. So everyone listening, whether you sell to a Mart or sell to a factory or an abattoir, the best thing to do is sync up with your Mart link. You can do it straight away. It doesn't, all it is sending the notification to the Mart. Or you can make sure that your factory or your abattoir has, and it has to be your Herdwatch email, James, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and again, I'll just to maybe quickly go back to show you guys where your Herdwatch email is. It is basically your herd or your holding number at herdwatch.email, but you don't have to remember that. You can literally go into my email inbox here. So within the management section, you'll see it. And then at the top here, underneath email, you'll have, this is my herd number at herdwatch.email, and you can click these little 2 dots here and copy that to your notepad on your phone or your PC, and then you can just paste that into an email. So it's super easy just to forward onto your factory or your abattoir or Mart. So that's it. It's actually it is quite simple to to use it, because it's all automated in the background. So that I don't really unfortunately it's hard to demo onto else. It doesn't really do justice of the amount of work that went into it over the past while. So actually, just someone else asked her about how you create the folders in the filing cabinet. So they're actually automatically created based on the document type. So we kind of pre-organized it for you, but then it's all searchable as well. So you can search by name, by animal tag number, by and any piece of data that's in that record.
And also just to remind anybody, if some of the features that we've been discussing tonight aren't available to you or you can't find them on your app, the best thing to do is send a message in the morning to get in touch. It might be a reason to maybe upgrade or have a look at other features that are available in your plan. But a member of the team will be able to help you on that and give you a little bit more information. We just obviously can't see what your account is on Zoom, but the best thing to do is send a message on your message feature. You can pop it in the Q&A box here as well if you would like, more information on any of the features, and maybe they're not in your app at the moment, and a member of the team will be picking it up. So do that if you do want to access them, because it does take a lot of work out for the farmer who wants to track a little bit more.
Yeah, and just in general, if you do have any feedback on anything within Herdwatch and this or anything else, good or bad, we kind of always want to hear it, because we're always trying to figure out how we make it a bit better for farmers and how we keep innovating for you guys and trying to make your life a bit easier and create more value for you.
Yeah, so majority of the Marts, etc., should be on Herdwatch, both in Ireland and the UK. If they aren't, all you have to do is send us a message. And it's good to hear back from yourself, the farmers, whether or not your Mart is on it. So it can become a priority then for the team to try and work towards getting your Mart or market onto the Herdwatch app. So do let us know if it's not on there, and we'll do our best to get it on there. So yeah, just sorry to answer this question again, that yes, it will be this is a recorded webinar, and we'll be sending out with our newsletter at the end of the month and towards the end of the week. And so don't worry, you will be able to watch it back. Like, you can watch back all our webinars on YouTube. They're all uploaded there nearly the day after we record them. So if there's anything you ever want to look back on, we have all the webinars on just the Herdwatch YouTube. You can check them out there. And if, like I said already, if you need any information on any of the features we've spoken about tonight, or you want to check if they're in your package or not, do give the team a message and they'll be able to help you out there. I just might share my screen again. So keep the questions coming anyway, and James, you can keep an eye on it, and if anything pops up while I'm kind of finishing it off, feel free to butt in and answer. Okay, can you see my screen, James?
I can. Fortunately, still looking at myself.
Another thing to remember, guys, is that we have the Refer a Friend scheme running constantly. So this is a chance for yourselves to get €100 or £100 per farmer that you renew, or sorry, per farmer that you refer to us. You can get that money off your renewal. So if you refer one, or if you refer 5 friends, you can get €100 or £100 off for each of those farmers that you refer. So it is a good thing to keep in mind. It's a good way of getting money off your renewal price whenever it comes around in the year. So do keep that in mind. There's more information on our website. Just check it out there. Just type Herdwatch into Google, into our website, and you'll see the Refer a Friend page there. So it'll explain it a little bit better. And always make sure we have a full customer service team in both Ireland and the UK. So make sure you get in touch with any issues you may have. The message feature is there in the bottom right-hand corner of the app. It's a great service there, just to pop in your message or your query, and a member of the team usually gets back really, really quickly. There's also, you can pick up the phone and ring in. We have an email, but we also have a help center on our website. So again, onto the Herdwatch website, and when you click into resources at the top, it'll bring you to a section where you can click on to the help center, or else just type help.herdwatch.com into your search bar and it'll pop up. And basically you can search for any article there or any guides in how to do anything. Again, there's many tutorial videos on YouTube and so on, if you want to find anything out, or you can look back on previous webinars on the website as well. So there's a lot on that website, so do make sure you're using it, but definitely avail of the customer support team that are there Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. So do check them out. We have come to the end of this webinar. Thanks very much to everybody for tuning in. There was great questions coming in there. If you do have any more questions and we didn't get around to answering it tonight, do get in touch and a member of the team will be happy to get back to you about anything. Thank you to James for helping me out tonight. Thank you to Emma in the background for keeping everybody's questions answered. It's not an easy task, so thanks, Emma. And thanks to everybody for tuning in tonight. This will be emailed out to you before the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. But if that is all, I want to thank everybody. Have a great evening, enjoy the sunshine, and we'll see you next month for another webinar. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Bye, everyone.
Bye.